Welcome back to another episode, guys. Today is Saturday, and yesterday I managed to experience what a starter problem looks like, and I'm going to show you what are the symptoms and how to fix it. Okay, so first things first, you're sitting in the car, you're trying to start it up, and nothing's happening. So you're sitting in the car, you would like to start it like normally. You put it on ignition. You can still hear, the fuel pump priming, and then clutch in. You're trying to turn the key. So how I figured that this is just the starter, since this is a manual, you can still push start it. So what I was doing, I was asking my buddy to help me out and push the car, pop the clutch, and I was on my way. So if you're experiencing like absolutely nothing, but you have battery, so when you're turning on the headlights, it's working flawlessly. If you're pushing on the horn, it works great. You can roll down the window, everything works except there's absolutely no start. Then you know that it's the starter. All right, so let's check it out. Well, on the 96 up to the 2000 Honda Civics, you're gonna find the starter right underneath all these hoses, not on the bottom of the engine. Usually you can find it on the bottom section somewhere on the left or on the right side, but on the 2000 Honda you're gonna find it right over there. That's your starter. So we're gonna have to get it out. By doing that, we're gonna probably have to undo 2 bolts and undo the cable, and it should slide out. But first things first, every single time you're replacing a part where is electricity involved or a connector or something, it's better if you unplug the battery first. By doing that, I'm going to remove the negative connector. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes, I'll get the tools, and then I'm going to start playing with the starter. Okay, so first things first, over here you're gonna have one nut that's holding this connector over here. You have to obviously remove the rubber part that's gonna expose the nut over here, and then you have to remove with the 12 millimeter. And then the next one is gonna be right over here, that's gonna be exposed, so you just have to connect the 12 millimeter ratchet and just slide it off. After that, you have to remove the one in the middle, this one right over here, and by doing that, hopefully we just have to pull it off. Yes, you can just pull it off. Disconnect this one. And now you can remove the whole starter. And by doing that, you're gonna use the 14 millimeter with an extension. And unfortunately, because I have limited space and you can barely see it, it's the bolt is right over there. Don't undo that one, it's even bigger. That's holding the transmission to the engine. You have to remove that one underneath. And looks like you can attach it from the front. There's 2 14 millimeter bolts. This is the first one, and the other one's gonna be on the other side, facing the ground. The next thing is, when I remove the other bolt, I'm going to remove this 10mm bracket bolt.
Bye, have fun, see you later. Yes. Check on Evie. Okay. Joey says she's fine, but I'll text her. Bye. Drive by the house? Okay.
Okay, so after we remove the first bolt, the second bolt is gonna sit like this in the engine, the engine bay, and you're gonna have it right over here. This is where the second bolt is gonna sit. It's not too hard to reach. You just have to feel it with your fingers, and as you can see, I managed to remove the whole thing with this Husky set, so it's not too difficult. You just put it aside and you bring the new one. Okay, here is the new one. Always check first if you got the right part before you install it. Make sure that everything checks out with the old one. Okay, that's the new, and this is the old one. Yeah, looks like it checks out. 44207, 44207. Okay, yeah, seems like this is the right fit. So now we have to install this one, but before I install it, I'm gonna clean my hands, for the warranty and shit. Oh, looks like we don't even have to remove this one. Okay. Yeah, we don't even have to remove this connector. We just have to remove the big one, and then the bracket on the top. All right, make sure when you're installing it, you're gonna stuff it over here between the battery and the intake pipe, because that's the easiest way. And obviously you have to figure it out how to align it, but since you have a big ass hole over there, it's not gonna be that difficult. All right, now I just have to line up the bolts. Okay, and that's it. It's already in. So now I'm going to put the long screw, the long bolt first, then I'm going to put the smaller on the bottom, the top, and I'm gonna connect all the connectors, and I'm pretty much done. So as you can see, this is not a big ass job. It's gonna take you, I don't know, from half an hour to tops 2 hours, depends how rusty the bolts are or anything. But even as you can see, with this much grime and dirt and oil, I managed to take it out in like 20 minutes. So okay, so I managed to install all the bolts. I installed all the connectors. Make sure that you put back all the rubber covers. You don't want them exposed. This one doesn't have the holder for the bracket, so this one just gonna stay like that. When you're done with that, make sure to put back the negative terminal. Make sure that it's clean, or cleaner than mine. I'm going to use a 10mm. Okay. Okay, let's put this shit away. And the only thing you have to do now is start up the car. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you guys in the next one. Peace.